What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Hack Shack. I'm Al.
And I'm Juanita.
It's Craig down there, flea-bitten mutt again. Hey, smile for the camera.
You hurt his feelings.
Oh my gosh, you big baby, you big baby. So this week we're gonna jump back on the Drag and Drive Chevelle, her car, and do some stuff with the rear end and a few other things. But first, I'm gonna give you all a little walk around of what I worked on this week, which is all this truck. It's got an engine cover now. All the AC hoses are crimped. It's over here, so it obviously runs and drives now. The seat's back in, seat belts are in, the stereo's back in. I've cleaned up all the wiring for that. And then did all the fabrication work, or a bunch of fabrication work on the bed. The structure is built, and the sheet metal's all cut and laid out. I still have to take it off and finish the welding on the structure and then weld all this stuff down. This piece is actually a trap door that opens, but it's just sitting here, so it's kind of hard to show you because it's not really attached. But that whole piece right there opens up, and it's got some pretty awesome hinges. Got some struts to put on it. The back, well, okay then. Load up. You're pretty good at that, apparently. The rear panel, we just left it blank. He couldn't decide what he wanted on it, and so we're just going to leave it blank, paint it green to match the truck, and get it pinstriped. Keenan will be over here to stripe the whole truck when the bed's done. But those are just widened factory tubs they're factory-like tubs that are widened 4 inches from AMD. I just cut them down and stuck them in there. Rear panel will come off to get the battery out, and that will lift the fuel fillers under there. Next week, you'll get a better view of this because I'll be able to open it, and there won't be a dog on top of it, maybe. And the green Charger went home, and that's it for the weekly update, pretty much. I did take a half a day and work on the Suburban and got it on the road, and I was an idiot about the transmission deal. It's shifter linkage. It just needs to be adjusted. It's kind of on the column. It's kind of in between gears, so when you get on it and let off, it works its way into neutral. So I need to go adjust the shifter because we figured that out over the last 2 days driving it around. Now I'm gonna go do that while she makes some t-shirts for her sponsor, Classic Hot Rods, who just sponsored her a rear diff for her car, which we'll be putting in here in a little bit. It's an aluminum center section with a true track and 35 spline and 370 gears. So we appreciate you, Mark, over at Classic Hot Rods for that. And we are going to get to work. So let's get it. All right, I'm not going to show you me adjusting the shifter, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Just adjustable right here. I just need to lengthen that just a little bit because what it's doing is the motor's not even really torquing very much. I don't know exactly why it's doing it, but so that's where it's in drive in the transmission, but it'll slip up into that position and it's locked in that position. So I'm going to make that drive so it can't slip. All right, I got it adjusted. I'm going to go drive it and see if it's fixed. So here's reverse, neutral, drive, and that's locked in that spot. So we'll see if it works. All right, here goes nothing. It did not go to neutral. I think we're in business. It's cruising. It still tries to move the shifter a little bit for some reason, but whatever, we're cruising. Well, this is strange. Don't turn your back on me, Craig. Okay, now I'm gonna pull the rear brakes off of Ugly and put 13-inch rear brakes off of the Chevelle, and hopefully Ugly's brakes will fit in the Chevelle with the 15-inch beadlock wheels. That's the whole purpose of that. The 13-inch wheel woods won't fit in the beadlocks. You have to run a 17, maybe even an 18-inch wheel on the back, and we want to run a 15 when we're racing. So we're going to swap them out because they both have 4 9-inches. Let's get to it. Okay, well, this is not what I wanted to see. See the space over here? There's none. And there's less over here for the rotor. So this brake kit off of Ugly does not fit. Turns out those are 12-inch rotors. I thought they were 11. So what I got to do is, I think I can order 11-inch rotors. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some research. But I can put the 13-inch rotors and calipers on Ugly and get this thing back together with upgraded rear brakes. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's raining real bad, and it's been thundering. Craig's scared to death, laying in brake fluid, scared, following me all around. So some of this is going to be time lapse. Some of it already was, but it's going to have to be because you're not going to be able to hear anything anyway. So we just did all that work for 1 inch. What would you do for 1 inch? All right, they're on there. I had hell shimming them. The spacers that both kits had were too thick, so I ended up just using a bunch of shims. Not exactly the right way, but there's 3 bolts in those shims, so not much different than an aluminum spacer in my opinion, but I think maybe I'll measure those and get those aluminum spacers milled to be the same size as those, just because it's the right thing to do. But I don't know, I gotta find somebody that can mill those. Anyways, you know what time it is?
Bleeding brakes.
Yep, your favorite. All right, pump it up.
Okay, I'm holding.
You know what solves brake bleeding problems? Barbecue.
Food.
Our neighbor Rigo brought us some barbecue from Tony's. Thanks, Rigo. We appreciate it. All right, hit the brakes. They're working. They're brand new rotors and pads, so they're not seated, but they are working. Hit them again. There it goes. All right. All right, we're good now. You can kill it. It's just the exhaust banging around in there. All right, that was I had to use the power bleeder. I don't know why I couldn't get this thing to get fluid back there under pressure. So I got this little power bleed thing you put on there, and it's got a chain that doesn't work. So you put a C-clamp on it, and then it leaks, and there's brake fluid everywhere, all over the floor. I don't know if you can see that huge wet spot, but we're fixing to pick up everything and wash the floor with a water hose. And then we're gonna go in for the night. It's Friday night. Trying to get this done before the weekend so we can jump onto the Chevelle. I was thinking we were gonna have brakes for the Chevelle, but we do not have brakes for the Chevelle, so. All right, I think the brake fluid mess is cleaned up. Now I just gotta get all the water out. Ugh. Okay, it's the next morning. I don't know how well I went over that last night because I was pretty irritated, but the gist of it is the housing ends are different on this. So I had to use the housing ends we had, or the backing plates we had, which is no problem. And this guy's needy today. And then I had to make some shim spacers and whatever. The 13-inch brakes are on here. The brakes off of here were 12-inch. They're slick rotors. These are drilled and slotted with better calipers and better looking rotors and blah, blah, whatever. They're brand new. So they're working on here, but the 12-inch rotor brakes will not fit on the Chevelle with those wheels. So I'm gonna have to order 11-inch, a kit with 11-inch rotors and low profile calipers to fit inside this wheel because it's 13 inches inside that bead lock. So it's always something, right? But anyways, Ugly got a brake upgrade, and the Chevelle doesn't have brakes now. But we're gonna order, this week I'm gonna order 11-inch kit to put on it for next week. I did get 35 spline axles in from Quick Performance. And this seems crazy to me, super short spline, but whatever. I think Craig needs to go poop or something. But here's the center section. Looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the housing and throw this thing in there. I'm not gonna put the axles in yet because I gotta get the brake kit, and it's gotta go on the housing first, and then the axles go in. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this in the car. All right, Craig had to go poop, so I sent him packing. And I remembered when I sent him away that I had a mess back here that I needed to clean up real fast, so I'm gonna do that. Nobody saved the light, so it's still doing SOS.
It won't.
Beat it. Just beat it. I'm glad to know that now I have it. Is that on? Yeah. Thank God. That's the opener now. Whatever that noise was.
Me jerking on the deck.
You doing what to it? Take it easy. Here, smell that.
Don't even. Save this one. Nope.
Yeah, you need the biggest hammer.
No, I need the little one.
You know what would help if you unbolted it?
Oh my God, this one was bolted. The other side was not bolted on.
Yeah, I got lazy on the other side, I guess. Here, smell this one.
I'm already wanting to gag.
This one doesn't even have oil on it, does it? Juanita has left the chat again. She can't handle it. So strange. Hey, look at this. It's really strange. Look at it.
Yeah, I know.
It's really strange. Look at it. No, this doesn't have gear roll. I'm not. No, look. I was trying to make a funny with this. All right, now this has all been sandblasted, and I found there's a little bit of sand inside there, so I'm gonna wash some brake fluid down it and then clean it all out, and then clean the gasket off before we put the third member in. Wish we had smell-o-vision so everybody else knew what we were talking about. Shoot, I thought I had to scrape the gasket, but it came off of that paint clean. Cool. On this, you want to be able to get it back apart one day. So I like to use this flange sealant, Loctite 518. It never gets totally hard. It never turns into like glue. It just seals it up and never permanently cures. So I like this stuff. It doesn't take a whole lot. What I do is put some on one side and then I run around and get the excess of that on the other side. So anyway, just telling you how I do this. All right, let's see if this will go in a little easier than the other one came out. Yeah, I already got the tools and put them over here. I think I'm ready. I probably need your help just to make sure.
turn around. Okay. There are so many bars under this car.
Oh, I gotta go some more.
I know, I'm trying to get my head under it so I can smash it. Okay. Your hand is in my way. I can't see. I got the deal. There it is. Where's that deal? Nuts and washers. Put the lock. We don't have all matching nuts because, well, just because these washers are too big.
That's probably why they had only 6 of them on there.
Yeah. Let me go see if I got some smaller washers somewhere. Put a little bit of this on all these. Now we can measure for the drive shafts.
I ordered you some trailer balls for your car.
I know, they're baby ones.
No, they're for the struts for that bed. But here's the yoke we got. It is a slip yoke from Spicer for a 4L80. Here's the part number if you need it. Spicer, real deal. They don't give them away, but still cheaper than a billet one, and this is probably plenty strong. $13.50 Spicer. Now we're gonna jack the car up to ride height and slab this in, pull it out 1 inch, measure the drive shaft. What we're gonna do is slip it all the way in, measure, take 1 inch out of that, obviously. But that way it has room to play. Anyways. Notice how rigid the frame is. There's 3 jack stands under it. Floor is apparently not level. You are perfect. Oh, the jack? Yeah, it's good. All right, you just picked the car up off the other jack, so it's good. Okay. I had this one just in there. It's a bolt-on yoke, but this transmission is made for a slip yoke. So I just stuck that one in there because I think it was in it when we bought it. So how do I have that one? Vertical. This thing's in park, I think. Didn't want it to go anywhere. Let's see. Yeah. Now we got neutral. So, we just go to the face of that, right to it, and then we go to the center of this U-joint. And that is 55.5. So then, if we pull it out 1 inch, let's see, come on, to 54.5. Now we have that much room to move around, but it can also come out, and it's way up in there, so it's perfect. So that's 55.5. So we're gonna make it 54.5. Drive shaft 54.5. 10-4, good buddy. All right, 54.5. You go write that down right now. I'm just lubing my shaft. I know I said I wasn't going to put these in, but I guess it's probably a good idea to make sure they fit, right? The other side is in and it fits. So I figure I'll just go ahead and check this side too. Right in the hole. We have been looking at this for a few minutes now, and just so y'all know what we like to do when we're making the videos, kind of go over what we're gonna do on the car and how we're gonna do it, and then we video it. That way we don't look like a couple of idiots any more than I already do. So, what are you laughing about? Anyways, I don't like this. A friend of ours gave us this to use. Actually, Mark with Classic Hot Rods, the same guy that helped with the differential. And I just don't want to run one. I'd rather have two. In the beginning, I'd rather have two, but he had that, so we figured we'd try it. What I'm going to have to do is come out here, go down there, come from over there somewhere, and make a Y pipe and go into that, and I just don't like it. Or cut into the side of this, which I don't have room for, and put it over here, which some people do. I don't have room for that. I don't like it. You know, I don't want to do that. So I already have all the piping and stuff because I thought I knew what I was doing. And a lot of it's going to get used anyway because it's the same size. So what we're going to do is try to trade that one or sell it or whatever for a 50 mil and then get another 50 mil like what's on the Diamond T, smaller wastegate. And I can put one right here coming off of this pipe right there with a dump straight down. And same thing right here, come off of this straight out, dump. They'll be almost in the same place right on the outside of the frame, dump straight down, won't be in the way of anything. So much easier, so much less piping. It just makes more sense. So that kind of set us back on the wastegates. I did get the catch can. I found these on Amazon. I really like them. They're square and kind of ugly and got a strange name, Osias, but they're -12. They got stainless steel screens on them, big old nice drain that comes with them. Like, it's pretty nice for $100. So we need a place to mount that. And then we also got coil relocation brackets. So I need to get some coils, see if O'Reilly has those in stock. And we can put that together and figure out where they're going. Somewhere maybe like right here. Let me see if I can find some coils during lunch. And I'm gonna go get fatter and we'll be back in a few minutes. Why are you smiling again? What's so funny?
You said fatter, but you're actually losing weight.
Yeah, I have actually, oh my God, it's zoomed in.
It probably zoomed in on your face.
Oh yeah, it was all zoomed in. So, just to bring that up, thanks. If y'all remember, I bought a scale and I'm trying to lose a few pounds because after I saw my big butt rolling around this car, I couldn't take it anymore. I'm down 22 pounds, but after watching last week's video, it looks the same. But a friend of mine said that the camera adds 10 pounds, but I didn't eat any cameras, so I don't know what that's about. So anyway, down 22 pounds, still working on it. Don't really look or feel much different, but I have been having to zip tie my shorts because I don't like wearing a belt, so I've having to zip tie my belt loops together. So that makes you feel pretty good, I guess. Anyways, speaking of losing weight, I'm gonna go eat lunch. I'm back from lunch. Wanted is taking a nap, I think. So we've been getting up super early and going to bed kind of late, so she's due for a nap. Anyway, I got these coils. This is the part number, Ultima. They're lifetime warranty from O'Reilly. They're LS3. They're the D510C type coil. Oh, look, she's not taking a nap. I was wrong.
I was making tea.
Making tea. So that's what this bracket calls for, D580 or a D510C. So we're gonna bolt these things together. Stick a coil in there.
Got a space.
Yeah. Well, that's stupid. The directions show a flange nut with a lock washer. Why would you do that?
you put the lock washer on the bolt end.
All right, now where are they gonna go? Right there? No. But maybe. No. But maybe. I don't know. They're gonna go right here. Just line that front one up with the bottom of the frame. All right, so now we gotta get under there and drill and tap 4 holes in each side of the frame so we can mount the coils. We have automotive ADD, so we were looking at the brake lines because this chassis already had stainless brake lines run throughout, except for the tie-in to the master cylinder. So I had these hoses that I ordered for it, and I wasn't sure if they were going to work, and it looks like they are. It's just a 30-inch stainless brake hose to get from the master cylinder to the proportioning valve and then to the front brake tee. So I think I may buy some 90 adapters here just to turn them where they're pointed at the firewall instead of pointed straight out. But they reach, they tie into the pre-existing brake lines, so that saves us a ton of work having to make brake lines for the car. So, and it already had a Willwood prop valve too, so pretty cool.
If you could not do that. I don't even think we're in the same county anymore. The drill bit walked around so much.
See if I can find the hole.
Cool. Yes, it looks like this is super close, but I can get my finger in between there. So I'll put a 90-degree deal on there, and these two will go this way, and these two will go this way. Plenty of room. Just tighten them up. Just snug them a little bit so they don't fall out. You ain't got to get crazy tight. Now, what are we gonna do?
Get all the metal shavings off of me. Play your music.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, my turn. Are you supposed to have your mouth open? Because I think I had my mouth open. Is that normal? All right, we decided we're putting this catch can in here. So we're gonna take the fender off. I put it up there and marked some holes. We're gonna take the fender off and put some rib nuts in because you can't get to the back side of that, and then mount this and then put the fender back on. She's in there. Oh look, there's 3 drill bits up here I didn't break.
Those are the ones I got.
Those were the ones I was gonna break.
Yeah.
This is gonna be. Might work. Yep. Won't work when the car's painted, but it'll work right now. Crooked?
Yeah.
Needs to come down on that side. Here.
Right there.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do this one, and then we'll.
We'll mark the
Yeah.
other one.
Just a little extra on that one.
Yeah.
All right, fender's back on. Now, I need to mount this turbo, and I bought this little, it's an oil return fitting with a mount. It's made out of billet steel. I don't have any tubing that fits inside that. So I need to figure out what I need to do to make some junk that I have work on it. So it's gonna bolt on to the bottom of the turbo. And it looks like we can make something that just right to the top of the frame. Walking around the shop, the only thing we own that's the right diameter is the handle for this shear. But it's extra long, so
Yeah, it's like boom.
yeah, so we're gonna borrow it. I believe it's the right diameter anyway. We're gonna find out. Yeah, it's perfect.
So we need.
Slips right in there. We don't need but like 2 inches of it. All right, we're gonna pull the radiator out to make this a little easier. So I think this is what we're gonna do. This piece goes in here. This is 1x2 by 1/8. Should be plenty strong, more than enough. If we put that, notch it to fit that tubing, put it on a little bit of an angle to clear everything. The tubing will go inside, obviously. And then bolt a plate down here with 2 bolts. First thing we need to do, make a piece of plate for that. Fart.
No, it was my stomach. Made a noise.
It made a fart noise.
No, it did not.
What was that?
Don't even.
We're making this bolt on the frame instead of weld in case we ever want to move the turbo or change the setup. We don't have a big old thing welded to the frame that we have to cut off. Let's go potty. Come on, Weldon Hood, what are you doing? Hello. Now the turbo ain't gonna fall off when we pull the pipes off or do whatever we gotta do. No more breaking packs. All right, well, it was a busy weekend and I didn't even think about, we've already got the footage from the brake deal. We drove ugly today, probably about 60 miles or so. Somebody's cold.
The T-Rex arms.
And the brakes are better for sure. The thing stops now, and it stopped pretty good before, but it's better now for sure. So that was a good little upgrade that only cost us a new set of brakes for this, which are cheaper than those. So it is what it is. We need to run a 15-inch wheel on this car on the rear. So I don't know why I walk away from you. I just walk when I talk, I guess. But I guess that's about going to wrap this video. We got a few things done on the car. We got the brake lines figured out, or the brake from the master cylinder down to the frame. Coils are mounted. I don't know if I really showed y'all a good shot of those from up here, but the coils are mounted. We kind of figured out what we're going to do with the wastegates. I got those ordered. I got the rear brakes ordered. The diff is in, axles are in. Did we do anything else?
Turbo's mounted.
Oh yeah, we built the mount for the turbo. So We got a few things done, and we worked on our video for next week. We're going to do some stuff that's not car related next weekend, so we wanted to kind of get a head start so we'd have a video, a decent video for next week. So we worked on that a little bit this morning, and we're fixing to go do a couple of things for that right now. And then throughout the week, I'm going to add some things when the parts come in for this. So check back in next week for some of y'all might be excited about this, and some of y'all might hate me, but it is what it is.
It's all build.
Yeah, so nothing really crazy, and nothing with the Chevelle. It's another project. It's actually ugly related. So anyways, if y'all are still watching and listening to us ramble, we sure appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, go do that. It helps us. And also that notification thing, wherever it is, I don't know, hit that. I think YouTube is just not showing our videos to people, and I don't think they're that boring. I don't know. Anyway, we're rambling, but anyway, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment, do all those things. We appreciate it. And we'll see y'all next week.